So I was probably 8 years old, getting in trouble at school, fighting. I think it was because my parents were on drugs. You know, it wasn't always the greatest influence. I'd see them fight. That was obviously a negative influence, so that's what I learned, that's what I did. So I think it all really kicked off was when my dad almost overdosed, and me and my brothers and sisters saw that.
Before I came to camp, I was really kind of angry, grumpy child. I didn't talk a lot. I had really poor social skills, just whether it be because of autism or just how rude I was and stuff like that. By the time I had reached 6th grade, I had already gone through 5 different schools. But most of my problems were just from relating to similar kids and my peers my age. I went through most of elementary school either being a bully or being the one bullied.
I grew up with my 2 brothers. My mom has 3 kids. My dad hasn't been around. My mom being a single mom and raising 3 kids, she was gone a lot. I spent a lot of time with my brothers. I started to act out in school.
So the first time I came to camp, I didn't say anything for all of that first session. That was just how I got through life. And I noticed as a person that as I kept coming back, I'd say more and more, and I enjoy it more and more. I really enjoyed the atmosphere. There were a lot of people here who were really patient and ready to get me through the stuff I was going through. Shortly after my 2nd year at camp, I stopped going to therapy for my anxiety and stuff like that altogether. And I generally enjoyed life more. And I came back for my 4th year as a CIT, which is a counselor in training. And here I am now. I'm leading groups of kids on hikes. I'm staying with them for weeks on end, teaching them the values of life and morals and ethics, and just teaching a new generation to enjoy life to its fullest. And it's a magical thing.
Coming to camp was really nerve-wracking at 6 years old, but I do remember, crying coming here, being away from home that young. This is really scary, but I also remember crying leaving camp because I didn't want to go home. I definitely got a lot of attention when I was at camp that I was completely oblivious to having. I guess I didn't realize what I was missing in the environment that I was surrounded by until I came here. Regardless of where I came from, they all treated me with respect and with love, and I was very welcomed. My freshman year of high school, I really stopped caring about school, and it was really easy because there was nobody on my shoulder like, you gotta keep doing this, like you gotta keep going, and I just thought it was pointless. I skipped a lot of school, I skipped a lot of classes, and then I met one of my counselors here. Her name's Lisa. She started to encourage me to work harder in school and to take care of myself and why, and essentially she just helped me build a sense of purpose in the world.
It was awesome. I mean, I cried the first time I left here the first weekend, so. You know, you always think of the kid that his dad should come home from work and play basketball or stuff like that. I never had that, but here, you know, I've always had that bigger brother to look out for me, or parent figure that should, you know, protect me, or like at home, if you were to get bullied, for my household anyway, it would just be, you know, it's no big deal, talk to the teacher, whatever. But here, they would sit down, they talk to the other kid, they talk to you, and make sure you're both impacted in a positive way through that. So that's, for me, that was really good to have here at camp, because I obviously didn't have that at home.
The thing that draws me back to camp is because I know what it feels like to, I guess, to be the lesser in a community, or to feel that way, or to feel like I can't do something, or to feel like I don't matter. And then to come to a place where I know I matter. I want to give that to every kid that comes here and beyond.
Camp is there to help you out, and having that to go back to, even if it's just 1 week in the summer, is like the greatest thing for a kid to have. So starting off from being neglected and deprived of the basic things of life, like positive influences, you know, social interactions, from going from that to camp was probably nowadays is probably the biggest impact that I've had in my life to make me who I am today.
After coming to camp, I found a wonderful network of support of people who were willing to help me out through the things that I was going through, and grew just as a person in all areas. I was a lot more social, I was a lot happier, I treated people more respectfully, my tolerance grew miles. Life became better for me. I got better grades and stuff like that because of it, and I skyrocketed as a person. I'm working here now as a counselor, and you know, if there's anything that could be even more impactful than being a camper here, it's working here and giving that impact to the kids. It's just an indescribable experience, and I hope that as many kids as possible get to experience it.